Hey everyone, Dan Sferrer here from theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Once again, that website address is www.theclinicaltrialsguru.com. I got to ask a very interesting question. I'm very glad that you study participants out there or people just interested in learning more about clinical trials are asking questions. That's what Don and I live for. So the question we got asked was regarding study compensation. If you're in a clinical trial, first of all, do you get compensated? And second of all, how do you get compensated? Is it cash, check, debit card? So let me answer the first question. Usually, in order to prevent enticement, or in other words, in order to prevent having people enroll in studies just for monetary gain, reasonable reimbursement is often provided. It's supposed to compensate the study participant for their time and travel and other such expenses. Okay, now in phase 1 studies with healthy volunteers, it's totally different. They get paid sometimes thousands of dollars to participate in these phase 1 healthy volunteer studies. If you're in an outpatient clinical trial for an actual medical condition, such as depression or arthritis or asthma, you may get anywhere from $20 to $50 per visit. And so these are usually to reimburse you for your time, your travel, parking, things like that. It's just enough to where it provides you with enough money to reimburse you for the expenses that you may have associated, plus a little bit extra for your time. It's not enough to where someone can say that people are enticing you to join the studies. So that's to answer your first question is yes, usually compensation is provided, reasonable compensation, usually $20 to $50 per visit. Now the second question is how is this compensation provided, in what form? What we do at South Coast Clinical Trials, and it's very common, is we write a check to the person at each visit. So if it's an 8-visit study, at each visit you'll get roughly $50, and it's a check. We used to pay cash. It's a lot easier for accounting purposes to write checks. And I know some sites are actually moving on to the prepaid debit cards, where they will give you at screening visit, at your first visit, a debit card. And then each time you come back in, they will credit your debit card with an additional $50 or however much it may be. And at South Coast, we haven't switched to that yet, although I think it's an interesting alternative, and it's definitely something that we will consider. But for right now, it's check. So usually, you will get paid with cash, check, or a debit card. You're supposed to get paid at every visit, although sometimes they'll wait until the end of the entire study. So they'll just add up what the site owes you, and they'll pay you at the end of your study. So let's say you have an 8-visit study, they'll actually hold all your money till the end. I think that some sites are doing that. There's some question as to whether that's right to do that way or not. It definitely does help those sites which do choose to do that. They pretty much can ensure that their study participants will come back because they want to get that payment. At South Coast Clinical Trials, we pay at the end of every visit. So then again, if someone's an expert out there on patient compensation or patient reimbursement for clinical trials, please let us know what the appropriate method of payment is. But just to be safe at South Coast, we pay at every visit. So hopefully that helps. Let us know if you've been in a study, how you got paid, how often you got paid, how much, and in what form. This is Dan from theclinicaltrialsguru.com, and thanks for these questions. Keep them coming.